Achilles, a demigod destined for greatness, was born to Thetis, a sea nymph, and Peleus, a mortal king. From an early age, he was trained by the wise centaur Chiron, mastering hunting, music, and medicine. His closest companion was Patroclus, a mortal without divine lineage or prophecy. Despite their differences, their bond was unbreakable, rooted in deep and unconditional love. When Greece declared war on Troy, Achilles was called upon as a vital weapon. The conflict began when Helen, wife of King Menelaus, fled to Troy with Paris, a Trojan prince. An outraged Menelaus gathered a Greek army, and the gods themselves took sides in the impending war, influencing the fates of mortals. Achilles, bound by destiny, prepared for battle. Armed with a spear forged from a mountain peak and chariot horses born of the west wind, he joined a fleet of 1,186 ships bound for Troy. By his side was Patroclus, his steadfast companion. The Trojans, led by the formidable Prince Hector, son of King Priam and brother of Paris, mounted a fierce defense. Yet, Achilles' unparalleled combat prowess tipped the scales in favor of the Greeks. Legends whispered that he was invincible, either bathed in the waters of the Styx or anointed with ambrosia by his divine mother. However, despite his might, the war dragged on for 9 long years, marred by internal strife. Tensions reached a breaking point when King Agamemnon, jealous of Achilles' glory, seized the captive Briseis, whom Achilles had claimed as his prize. Enraged, Achilles withdrew from battle, leaving the Greeks vulnerable. Patroclus, witnessing the slaughter, begged Achilles to return or at least lend him his armor to inspire the troops. Reluctantly, Achilles agreed, but warned Patroclus not to approach the gates of Troy, which were guarded by the god Apollo. Disguised in Achilles' armor, Patroclus led the Greeks in a resounding counterattack, driving the Trojans back. For a brief moment, he felt invincible. But as he approached Troy, Apollo struck him down, leaving him vulnerable. Hector seized the moment, killing Patroclus and claiming the armor. Devastated by guilt and grief, Achilles swore vengeance. He returned to battle with a fury that shook the battlefield. Trojans fled before him until only Hector remained. In a fierce duel, Achilles struck Hector in the armor's weak spot, avenging Patroclus. Consumed by rage, he desecrated Hector's body, dragging it behind his chariot, a sacrilegious act that shocked even his comrades. That night, the ghost of Patroclus appeared to Achilles, urging him to fulfill his promise to bury their ashes together. Achilles agreed, but was unable to embrace the specter as it faded. Meanwhile, Priam, Hector's grief-stricken father, bravely approached Achilles to plead for his son's body. He kissed the hands that had killed his son and offered a ransom. Touched by their shared anguish, Achilles relented. The two mourned together, and Achilles returned Hector's body, finding a fleeting sense of peace. With little left to live for, Achilles returned to battle, cutting down enemies with reckless abandon. But as foretold, his end was near. Paris, guided by Apollo, struck Achilles in his heel, the only part of him not invulnerable. After his death, Achilles and Patroclus were laid to rest together, their ashes mingled for eternity. Though the Greeks ultimately triumphed over Troy, both sides suffered devastating losses, their passion turning into sorrow. Yet their stories lived on, hardened into legend. The question remains, did ancient Troy truly exist? Discover the findings of archaeologists who sought this legendary city, or explore the tale of another heroic figure, Hercules, in the annals of Greek mythology.